of the state of Vermont, I hereby call to order the 77th biennial session of the House of Representatives. Good morning. My name is Chris Winters, and I'm the Deputy Secretary of State. Secretary Kondos is regrettably unable to attend today. He really wishes he could be here to preside over this historic occasion one last time as Secretary of State. I want to thank him for his years of outstanding service as our Secretary of State. Devotional exercises this morning will be conducted by the Reverend Amy Pitton of the Bethany Church in Montpelier.
Let us take a moment for contemplation, awareness, and prayer if you're so inclined. We come together today at the beginning of a new session of the Vermont House of Representatives. Gathered in this building are seasoned lawmakers, newly elected lawmakers, hardworking staff members and employees of the State House, proud family members and friends, lobbyists, members of the press, and curious visitors. For many here, today is the beginning of months of hard work dealing with issues that face the state of Vermont. Our ideals are high. We want our brave little state to be a place where folks can have a great quality of life, raising their families, pursuing their careers, enjoying the natural beauty of our landscape, and fulfilling their dreams. And while we may share these same big ideals, because of the differing experiences, opinions, and insights we hold, negotiating how we will get closer to achieving those ideals will be the challenging work of our lives over the next months. It will be a matter of hearing from constituents that have differing needs, attending many meetings where much information is learned, and having thousands of conversations, some contentious and uncomfortable. It will mean compromising when we would rather not, accepting trade-offs that seem less than desirable, and settling for small steps toward our hopeful ideal when we would prefer great strides. Yet there will be days when we experience a great sense of accomplishment and joy at the progress we have made. May we remember to savor those days and give thanks for the energy that allows us to do this important work. As we consider all that lies ahead, we ask that each may be blessed with gifts of the Spirit. We ask for wisdom and insight as we consider the serious matters that lie before us. We ask for patience as we work with one another, especially in times when the chasm of disagreement seems unbridgeable. We ask for strength to have self-control as we seek to do our work with kindness and love for all the people of Vermont, not just those who think like us. We ask for a spirit of generosity, that we might open our hearts willingly to hear the truth of stories that are outside our experience. We ask for the courage to change our minds when needed. May we be grateful for the honor and trust that Vermonters have placed in us, and remember the sacrifices of family, workplaces, and friends that make it possible for us to be here. And above all, may we be open to the joy that comes with serving our neighbors faithfully. Today, our thoughts and prayers are not only with the people of Vermont, but with the people of the United States. All across the country, newly assembled legislatures are gathering to govern the people of our country, and we wish for them what we have asked for ourselves. We're also aware of those who are not returning to govern, those familiar faces that are not among us today. We especially remember our own Senator Patrick Leahy as he retires from public life. May he be confident of a job well done and enter into retirement with a sense of joy. May the gifts of the Spirit bless us all as we begin this day. Amen.
Now, please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I will now call the roll of the House members-elect by district. After I call your name, please respond to indicate that you're present. Addison 1 District, Robin Scheid. Amy D. Sheldon. Addison 2 District, Peter Conlon. Addison 3 District, Matthew J. Byrong Jr. Diane M. Lanfer. Addison 4 District, Mari Cordes. Caleb Elder. Addison 5 District, Jubilee McGill. Addison Rutland District, Joseph Andriano. Bennington 1 District, Nelson Brownell. Bennington 2 District, Timothy R. Corcoran II. Dane Whitman. Bennington 3 District, David K. Durfee. Bennington 4 District, Seth Bongartz. Kathleen James. Bennington 5 District, Mary A. Morrissey. Bennington 5 District, James T. Carroll. Bennington Rutland District, Mike Rice. Caledonia 1 District, Robert Farley's Rubio. Caledonia 2 District, Joseph Chip J. Troiano. Caledonia 3 District, Dennis LaBounty. Charles Wilson. Caledonia Essex District, Scott L. Beck. R. Scott Campbell. Caledonia Washington District, Henry Pearl. Chittenden 1 District, Jana Brown. Chittenden 2 District, Angela Arsenault. Aaron Brady. Chittenden 3 District, Edie Granning. Trevor Squirrel. Chittenden 4 District, Phil Pouch. Chittenden 5 District, Shay Waters Evans. Chittenden 6 District, Kate Lally. Chittenden 7 District, Jessica Brumstead. Chittenden 8 District, Noah Hyman. Chittenden 9 District, Emily Krasnow. Chittenden 10 District, Kate Nugent. Chittenden 11 District, Brian Minier. Chittenden 12 District, Martin Lalone. Chittenden 13 District, Tiffany Bloomley. Gabrielle Stebbins. Chittenden 14 District, Barbara Rachelson. Mary Catherine Stone. Chittenden 15 District, Brian Chena. Troy Hedrick. Chittenden 16 District, Jill L. Krowinski. Kate Logan. Chittenden 17 District, Emma Mulvaney Stanek. Chittenden 18 District, Robert Hooper. Carol Odie. Chittenden 19 District, Sarita Austin. Patrick Brennan. Chittenden 20 District, Seth Chase. Kurt D. Taylor. Chittenden 21 District, Daisy Berbecco. Taylor Small. Chittenden 22 District, Karen Dolan. Lori Houghton. Chittenden 23 District, Leonora Dodge. Galrang Ray Garofano. Chittenden 24 District, Alyssa Black. Chittenden 25 District, Julia Andrews. Chittenden Franklin District, Christopher P. Matos. Chris Taylor. Essex Caledonia District, Terry Lynn Williams. Essex Orleans District, Larry Labor. Franklin 1 District, Ashley R. Bartley. Carolyn Whitney Brannigan. Franklin 2 District, Eileen Lynn G. Dickinson. Franklin 3 District, Mike McCarthy. Franklin 4 District, Thomas Oliver. Matthew E. Walker. Franklin 5 District, Lisa Hango. Wayne LaRush. Franklin 6 District, James Gregoire. Franklin 7 District, Alan Penny DeMar. Franklin 8 District, Casey Toof. Grand Isle Chittenden District, Michael R. Morgan. Josie Levitt. Lamoille 1 District, Jed Lipsky. Lamoille 2 District, Kate Donnelly. Daniel Noyes. Lamoille 3 District, Lucy Boyden. Lamoille Washington District, Sadia Lamont. Avram Pat. Orange 1 District, Carl Demrow. Orange 2 District, Monique Priestley. Orange 3 District, Rodney P. Graham. Orange Caledonia District, Joseph Parsons. Orange Washington Addison District, Philip J. Hooper. Larry Satkowitz. Orleans 1 District, Brian Smith. Orleans 2 District, Woodman Woody H. Page. Orleans 3 District, David Templeman. Orleans 4 District, Catherine Sims. Orleans Lamoille District, Mark A. Higley. Michael J. Marcotte. Rutland 1 District, Patricia A. McCoy. Rutland 2 District, Thomas B. Burdett. Arthur Peterson. Rutland 3 District, Jared E. Samus. Rutland 4 District, Paul Clifford. Rutland 5 District, Eric McGuire. Rutland 6 District, Mary E. Howard. Rutland 7 District, William Knott. Rutland 8 District, Charles Butch H. Shaw. Rutland 9 District, Stephanie Zach Jerome. Rutland 10 District, William P. Canfield. Rutland 11 District, James F. Harrison. Rutland Bennington District, Robin Chestnut Tangerman. Rutland Windsor District, Logan Nickel. Washington 1 District, Ann B. Donahue. Kenneth W. Goslant. Washington 2 District, Catherine Carey T. Dolan. Dara Torrey. Washington 3 District, Peter D. Anthony. Jonathan Williams. Washington 4 District, Connor Casey. Kate McCann. Washington 5 District, Ella Chapin. Washington 6 District, Mark B. Mahaly. Washington Chittenden District, Thomas S. Stevens. Teresa A. Wood. Washington Orange District, Gina M. Galfetti. Francis Topper M. McFawn. Wyndham 1 District, Sarah Coffey. Wyndham 2 District, Laura H. Sibilia. Wyndham 3 District, Michelle Boslun. Leslie Goldman. Wyndham 4 District, Michael Mrowicki. Wyndham 5 District, Emily J. Long. Wyndham 6 District, Tristan D. Roberts. Wyndham 7 District, Emily K. Kornheiser. Wyndham 8 District, Molly S. Burke. Wyndham 9 District, Tristan D. Tolino. Wyndham Windsor Bennington District, Kelly McLaury Piala. Windsor 1 District, John L. Bartholomew. Elizabeth Burrows. Windsor 2 District, John Arison. Windsor 3 District, Alice M. Emmons. Christy C. Morris. Windsor 4 District, Heather Supernaut. Windsor 5 District, Tesha Buss. Windsor 6 District, Kevin Coach B. Christie. Esme Cole. Windsor Addison District, Kirk White. Windsor Orange 1 District, John O'Brien. Windsor Orange 2 District, Rebecca Holcomb. James W. Masland. Windsor Wyndham District, Heather Chase. I hereby declare there is a quorum of the members-elect present. The first order of business of this session is the election of a Speaker of the House, and nominations for the Speaker are now in order. And I ask that you hold any applause until the election of Speaker is announced. The chair recognizes the member from Brattleboro, Representative Kornheiser.
Today, we have the opportunity to elect a speaker for the 77th Vermont House of Representatives. Rep-elect Jill Krowinski of Burlington was first elected Vermont Speaker of the House on January 6, 2021. She is the 92nd Speaker and the 4th female Speaker of the House. Last biennium, she was elected under extraordinary circumstances. Is my mic working? Thank you. In the face of unprecedented human upheaval and unprecedented revenues, under Jill's leadership, we passed 2 constitutional amendments, kept our neighbors safe and housed, and continued essential work for racial, environmental, and social justice. She also helped us weather the chaos and upheaval within our own body, with dignity and a new degree of public access as we moved successfully into what was, for many of us, a brand new world of electronics. There's a poem by Marge Piercy that I'm sure has been read in this chamber a few times before, "To Be of Use." It's a poem that I recite to myself when I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here or what comes next. I've never spoken with Representative Krowinski about this poem, but she lives it, to be of use. To strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward. People who do what has to be done again and again. She puts those she serves ahead of herself, ahead of glory. Being Speaker in a citizen legislature is a particularly hard job, and Representative Krowinski works hard at it. She knows that we are people serving people. She treats us like people serving people, asking after families, knowing that each of our bills are connections to a story of suffering or hope back home. She's dedicated and focused, of course, and she doesn't seem to ever take this work for granted. We are part of history here in this body every day, and she holds that essential truth while guiding us steadfastly into the future. Representative-elect Krowinski has served in the House since 2012 and was elected as House Majority Leader in 2017. Her career includes service with numerous nonprofits around the state, including as the Executive Director of Emerge Vermont and service at Planned Parenthood of Northern New England. Please join me in supporting Representative Krowinski for Speaker. Thank you.
The member from Brattleboro has nominated Jill Krowinski of Burlington for the office of Speaker. Is there a second to this nomination? The chair recognizes the member from Coventry, Representative Marcotte.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Secretary of State. I've known Jill for a number of years. It began when she was Speaker Symington's Chief of Staff. Then Jill joined the House in 2012. I can say I've known her all these years, but I really didn't know her until the last few years, first as Majority Leader where I worked with her, but more importantly, during the last biennium when she decided to run, and I'm still trying to figure out why, as the Speaker of the House. Coming into a time when we were right in the middle of COVID, and be willing to guide this body speaks a lot to her leadership and her love of the state. She displays the leadership qualities that we all need. She's understanding. She understands the subject matter. She communicates very well. She leads by example. She's caring, and she listens more than she speaks. It's an honor and privilege for me to second the nomination of Representative-elect Jill Kowinski as our leader, the Speaker of the House of Representatives of Vermont. Thank you.
The member from Coventry has seconded the nomination of Jill Kowinski of Burlington for the office of Speaker. Are there any other nominations for this office? The chair recognizes the member from Poultney, Representative McCoy.
Mr. Deputy Secretary, I move that nominations cease and that the Secretary of State cast one ballot for Jill Kowinski of Burlington as Speaker of the House.
The member from Poultney moves that the nominations cease and that one ballot be cast for Jill Kowinski of Burlington as Speaker of the House. Are you ready for the question? If so, member from Northfield.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Secretary. I rise simply to say I think we may at some point want to rethink our process here. While our rules permit casting a single ballot when there is a sole candidate. There are some issues around that because they actually deny some public transparency, and it is an obstacle to individuals being able to express their own opinion without supporting that sole candidate or not, because this vote is a procedural vote, not necessarily to vote on the candidate. So that process is a concern, and I'm not going to vote in support based on that process question. I hope to discuss and reconsider. Thank you.
Thank you, member. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. And Jill Kowinski of Burlington has been elected Speaker of the House for the ensuing biennium. I now designate the following 6 members as a committee to wait upon the Speaker-elect, inform her of her election, and conduct her to the bar of the House to receive the oath of office. The member from Newfane, Representative Long. The member from Poultney, Representative McCoy. The member from Burlington, Representative Mulvaney-Stanek. The member from Brattleboro, Representative Kornheiser. The member from Coventry, Representative Marcotte. And the member from Vergennes, Representative Lanfer. Members of the committee, please meet in the well of the House and proceed to perform your duties.
Mr. Deputy Secretary,
Madam Sergeant at Arms,
Mr. Deputy Secretary, I present to you the member from Newfane, Representative Long, the member of Poultney, Representative McCoy, the member of Burlington, Representative Mulvaney-Stanek, the member from Brattleboro, Representative Kornheiser, the member from Coventry, Representative Marcotte, and the member of Vergennes, Representative Lanfer, as the committee to conduct the Speaker-elect to the bar of the House to receive the oath of office.
Members of the committee, please escort the speaker-elect to the bar of the House. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Jill Krawinski,
I, Jill Krawinski,
do solemnly affirm that as a member of this assembly,
do solemnly affirm as a member of this assembly,
I will not propose or assent to any bill, vote, or resolution.
I will not propose or assent to any bill or resolution,
Bill, vote, or resolution,
bill, vote, or resolution,
which shall appear to me injurious to the people,
which shall appear to me injurious of the people,
nor do nor consent to any act or thing whatever,
nor do or consent
to any act or thing whatever
to any act or thing whatever
that shall have a tendency to
that shall have a tendency to
lessen or abridge their rights and privileges,
lessen or abridge their rights or privileges,
as declared by the Constitution of this state,
as declared by the Constitution of this state,
but will in all things
but will in all things
conduct myself as a faithful, honest,
will conduct myself as a faithful, honest,
representative and guardian of the people,
representative and guardian of the people,
according to the best of my judgment and ability,
according to the best of my judgment and ability,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
and that I will not directly or indirectly
that I will not directly or indirectly
do any act or thing
do any act or thing
injurious to the Constitution or government thereof,
injurious to the government or
to the Constitution
Constitution.
or government thereof,
or government thereof,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I did not, at the time of my election to this body,
that I did not at this time of the election of this body,
that I do not now
and that I do not now
hold any office or profit
hold any office or profit
or trust under the authority of Congress,
or trust under the authority of Congress,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do further solemnly affirm
I do further solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations, Madam Speaker.
Good morning, members, family, friends, staff, pages, and all Vermonters here in this room and watching online. While Secretary of State Jim Condos could not be here today, I want to thank him for his decades of public service to Vermonters. The work he and his office did making the democratic process more accessible for all and solidifying the integrity of our election process shines as a beacon of hope for other states to follow. And again, thank you, Secretary Condos, for your years of dedication to our state. I wish you the very best for you and your family and hope you enjoy your well-deserved retirement. Members, thank you. Thank you for electing me Speaker of the Vermont House of Representatives. There is no greater honor, and I am so deeply humbled to once again serve by your side as we come together to do this work. To those I've had the privilege to serve with in past bienniums, you have taught me so much. To our new members, Your energy and thoughtfulness is inspiring, and I am looking forward to taking on this biennium together with you. To my family and friends, I am forever grateful for your guidance, your love, and your support. And to my husband, Tim, you are the most supportive and caring partner I could ask for, and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. I am also immensely grateful to each and one of you for your willingness to serve and the spirit of collaboration that you will bring to this work. I am grateful for the members from Newfane, from Poultney, and from Burlington for your help in preparing your caucuses for the session, as well as the member from South Londonderry. We are in this together. The responsibility before us is to provide our constituents with the support that they need. We must chart a path forward, and it must be a course that leaves no Vermonter behind. It will take an immense effort on our part to serve Vermonters. I know we share a lot of the same goals when it comes to increasing access to affordable housing, supporting working families, tackling our workforce challenges, and climate change. We all know that our state has so much to offer, and we do have the opportunity to pass legislation that will create greater equity and pathways to opportunities to grow and thrive in our brave little state. Together, we will govern with purpose, we will meet the challenges, and we will build a stronger foundation for Vermont, one that moves all 14 counties forward. This last biennium was unprecedented in so many ways. The challenges posed by the pandemic were enormous, including the fact that we had to do much of our work remotely, isolated in our separate corners of the state. I am so grateful that we are starting this biennium together in person, and I know that this will help us better navigate the work before us. I can't say enough. It is absolutely paramount that we are patient as we get started, and remember that we are a team. We have many new members and new committee chairs. The only way we will get legislation passed is if we all focus on the goal of supporting Vermonters and creating a vibrant, more resilient state for future generations to come. As your speaker, I remain committed to leading the legislature and passing legislation that protects historically marginalized populations and gives equal access and opportunity to all the resources our state has to offer. Looking around the room, I am reminded that we have so much to be thankful for. A body of dedicated Vermonters who have stepped up to serve in their communities with family and friends by their side to support them. I know many of you members-elect have family and friends here in this room or watching online. We could not do this work without them. So please, let's give them all a big round of applause. I also want to recognize and thank our legislative staff that worked tirelessly to get us through our work. I thank the staff at our Joint Fiscal Office, Legislative Council, Legislative Operations and IT, Human Resources, the Sergeant at Arms and Capitol Police, our Clerk's Office, and my Chief of Staff. Members, on the opening day of each legislative session, we raise our right hand and solemnly swear that we will be faithful and honest representatives and guardians of the people. And we vow to be true and faithful to the state of Vermont. This vow is one that we all take very seriously and with great sense of responsibility and pride. Our citizen legislature is a critical part of the checks and balances built into our democratic system. As elected officials, we come here as citizens, as neighbors, as Vermonters who care deeply about its state, its people, and land. We come from all walks of life. We bring our family histories and our experiences with us. You all belong here. So with that, Let's begin the work of the 2023 legislative session. Thank you. Members, our next order of business is the election of a clerk, and nominations for the office of clerk are now in order. The chair now recognizes the member from Newfane, Representative Long.
Madam Speaker, I am honored to rise today to nominate Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury as Clerk of the House. Betsy Ann was first elected House Clerk at the beginning of the 2021-22 biennium. She is a 2005 graduate of Vermont Law School and began her legal career as second assistant clerk for the 2006 to 2008 sessions. She says now that it was that position then that inspired her deep commitment to the legislative branch. She later served for a decade from 2010 to 2020 as legislative counsel in the Office of Legislative Counsel, handling issues related to government operations. She also staffs the House Ethics Panel, the House Rules Committee, and Joint Rules Committees. When the House elected Betsy Ann as clerk in 2021, she became the first woman in Vermont history to serve in the clerk position. She is committed to ensuring the House operates efficiently and effectively, from small things such as implementing hyperlinks in our House calendars to larger issues involving constitutional research. She has devoted herself to the clerk position and is always available to discuss issues relating to legislative procedure. Betsy Ann's positive attitude, high level of integrity, attention to detail and accuracy, and her rapid responsiveness are just a few of the many strong qualities that she exhibits. And her success as House Clerk speaks for itself. It gives me great pleasure and honor to ask that you please join me in voting for Betsy Ann Rask as Clerk of the House.
The member from Newfane has nominated Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury for the office of clerk. Is there a second to this nomination? The chair recognizes the member from Poultney, Representative McCoy.
I rise to second the nomination of Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury as Clerk of the House. Betsy Ann has worked for the Vermont Legislative Branch for 15 years, always in a nonpartisan capacity. Her prior positions as second assistant clerk and as legislative counsel helped prepare her to be Clerk of the House. She enjoys researching constitutional legislative authority and procedure and helped the House operate remotely during the pandemic. She also carried on a Vermont House Clerk tradition by applying for and being selected as a member of the Masons Manual Commission, which updates the Masons Manual of Legislative Procedure every decade for its use in over 75% of US state legislative chambers. She is known to smile a lot and has an infectious laugh, but is also a fierce protector of the powers of the legislative branch. She says that she enjoys giving House members objective information about legislative issues they face, and then watching what decisions we, as elected representatives, make with that information. A little known fact about Betsy Ann that I believe will come in handy should we ever get back to our House nights out, pizza and dancing. We could use Betsy's expertise, as in her former life, she served as a country radio disc jockey in the greater Ohio, Pennsylvania area. Please join me in voting for Betsy Ann Rask as our Clerk of the House.
The The member from Poultney has seconded the nomination of Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury for the office of clerk. Are there any other nominations for this office? There being no further nominations, I direct that the vote be taken viva voce. The question is, shall the House elect Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury as clerk of the House? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and Betsy Ann Rask of Waterbury has been elected clerk of the House for the ensuing biennium. The chair now designates the following 4 members as a committee to wait upon the clerk-elect to inform her of her election and conduct her to the bar of the House to receive the oath of office. The member from Manchester, Representative James. The member from Rutland City, Representative Knott. The member from St. Albans Town, Representative Tooth, and the member from Winooski, Representative Small. Will the members of the committee please meet in the well of the House and proceed to perform your duties?
Madam Speaker,
Madam Sergeant at Arms.
Madam Speaker, I present to you the member of Manchester, Representative James, the member from Rutland City, Representative Knott, the member from St. Albans Town, Representative Toof, and the member from Winooski, Representative Small, as the committee to conduct the clerk-elect to the bar of the House to receive the oath of office.
Members of the committee, please escort the clerk-elect to the bar of the House. Which way do you want to see? Raise your right hand. I, Betsy Ann Rask,
I, Betsy Ann Rask,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
and that I will not directly or indirectly
and that I will not directly or indirectly
do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof,
do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute the office of Clerk of the House of the Representatives of the State of Vermont,
that I will faithfully execute the office of Clerk of the House of Representatives of the state of Vermont,
and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons,
and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons,
to do the best of my judgment and ability according to law,
to the best of my judgment and ability according to law,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
under the pains and penalties of
under
perjury.
the pains and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Madam
Madam
Clerk.
Speaker. Thank you.
We will now proceed to House members' oath of office. Please note that in taking your oath, you have the choice to swear to God or to affirm under the pains and penalties of perjury. And please also remember that all members are required to sign the written oath of office that is at your desk. and return that signed copy to the clerk's office. Our second assistant clerk will accept your signed forms here in the chamber once we recess this morning. Otherwise, please drop off your signed copy at the clerk's office before you leave today. Now, members-elect, please rise to receive the oath of office from the clerk.
Thank you all. Please raise your right hand. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that as a member of this assembly, I will not propose or assent to any bill, vote, or resolution which shall appear to me injurious to the people, nor do nor consent to any act or thing whatever that shall have a tendency to lessen or abridge their rights and privileges as declared by the Constitution of this state, but will in all things conduct myself as a faithful, honest representative and guardian of the people, according to the best of my judgment and ability. If an oath, so help me God, or if an affirmation under the pains and penalties of perjury. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont, and that I will not, directly or indirectly, do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof, if an oath, so help me God, or if an affirmation under the pains and penalties of perjury. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I did not, at the time of my election to this body, and that I do not now, hold any office of profit or trust under the authority of Congress, if an oath, so help me God, or if an affirmation under the pains and penalties of perjury. I do further solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, if an oath, so help me God, or if an affirmation under the pains and penalties of perjury. Congrats, you're official.
Congratulations, members. Will the House please come to order? The chair will now read a communication from the clerk. Madam Speaker, I have the honor of informing you of the members of the House that I have appointed Nigel Hicks Hibbles of Northfield as first assistant clerk, Lona Tate of Montpelier as second assistant clerk, Teresa Utten-German of Barry Town as journal clerk, and Christine Dittenmeyer of Plainfield as assistant clerk assistant. Sincerely, Betsy Ann Rask, clerk of the House. Will the assistant clerks now please rise to receive the oath of office?
I, Nigel Hicks Tibbles,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
that I will be true and faithful to the state of Vermont,
and that I will not directly or indirectly
and that I will not directly or indirectly
do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof,
do any act or thing injurious to the Constitution or government thereof, under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully execute the office of Assistant Clerk of the House of Representatives of the State of Vermont,
that I will faithfully execute the office of Assistant Clerk for the House of Representatives of the State of Vermont,
and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons,
and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons
to the best of my judgment and ability according to law,
to the best of my judgment and ability according to law,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations. The House is ready to do business, and we have a few resolutions and joint resolutions to take up at this time. HR 1 is a House resolution relating to House rules offered by Representatives Long, McCoy, and Mulvaney Staton. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
HR 1, resolved by the House of Representatives that the House rules in effect at the end of the 21-22 session be the rules of this biennial session until others are adopted.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted. Next is HR 2, which is a House resolution relating to the organization of the House and informing the Senate thereof, offered by Representative Long, McCoy, and Mulvaney Stanek. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
HR 2, resolved by the House of Representatives that the Clerk of the House inform the Senate that the House is organized and is ready to proceed on its part with the business of the session.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted. And now we'll take up HR 3, which is a House resolution relating to the organization of the House and informing the governor thereof, offered by Representatives Long, McCoy, and Mulvaney Stanek. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
HR 3, resolved by the House of Representatives that His Excellency, the Governor, be informed by committee that the House has completed its organization and is ready to receive any communication from him.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted. Pursuant to the provisions of HR 3, I hereby appoint the following members as a committee to inform the governor that the House is ready to proceed with the business of the session. The member from Richmond, Representative Brown. The member from Essex, Representative Garfano. The member from Chittenden, Representative Harrison. The member from Low, Representative Higley. The member from Londonderry, Representative Ayala. And the member from Burlington, Representative Chena. Will the members of the committee please meet in the well of the House and proceed to perform their duties? See the members have returned and have been seated. The committee advises that the members have informed the governor of the House about the House's organization. Will the House stand at ease for one moment? Members, at this time, we will now move to the joint Senate resolutions that we have just received. JRS 1 is a joint resolution relating to joint rules offered by Senator Mazza. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 1, joint resolution relating to joint rules. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the joint rules of the Senate and House are as adopted in 2021 be adopted as the joint rules of this biennial session until others are adopted.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. JRS 2 is a joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to receive the report of the committee appointed to canvass votes for the state officers offered by Senator Baruth. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 2, joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to receive the report of the committee appointed to canvass votes for state officers. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the two houses meet in joint assembly on Thursday, January 5, 2023 at 10 o'clock in the forenoon to receive the report of the joint canvassing committee appointed to canvass votes for governor, lieutenant governor, state treasurer, secretary of state, auditor of accounts, and attorney general, and if it shall be declared by said committee that there had been no election by the voters of any of said state officers, then to proceed forthwith to elect such officers as have not been elected by the voters.
Now you have heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Next is JRS 3, a joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to hear the inaugural message of the governor offered by Senator Baruth. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 3, joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to hear the inaugural message of the governor. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the two houses meet in joint assembly on Thursday, January 5, 2023 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to receive the inaugural message of the governor.
Now you have heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Next is JRS 4, a joint resolution relating to town meeting adjournment offered by Senator Baruth. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 4, joint resolution relating to town meeting adjournment. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that when the two houses adjourn on Friday, March 3, 2023, or Saturday, March 4, 2023, it be to meet again no later than Tuesday, March 14, 2023.
Now you have heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Finally is JRS 5, a joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to hear the budget message of the governor offered by Senator Kitchell. Please listen to the reading of the resolution.
JRS 5, joint resolution to provide for a joint assembly to hear the budget message of the governor. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives that the two houses meet in joint assembly on Friday, January 20, 2023 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to receive the budget message of the governor.
Now you've heard the reading of the resolution, and the question is, shall the House adopt the resolution in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is adopted in concurrence. Next, the chair announces the following members who were elected by their respective caucus to serve on the House Committee on Rules pursuant to House Rule 25. The member from Newfane, Representative Long. The member from Manchester, Representative James. The member from Heartland, Representative Bartholomew. The member from Poultney, Representative McCoy. The member from St. Albans Town, Representative Tu, and the member from Northfield, Representative Donahue. And pursuant to Rule 25, the chair designates the member from Newfane as the vice chair. Members, this completes the business of our morning, but before we recess, the chair has several announcements. First, please remember to sign and return your oath of office to the clerk's office by the end of the day today. Also, on each desk is the House Member Ethics Disclosure Form required by House Rule 90B. Members have until the 10th legislative day of session to complete and return your form to the clerk. These are posted on the House website page, so please be sure to print your name on the front page and sign your name on the back page. When we return this afternoon, we will begin with the House seating ceremony. When you enter the chamber, members of the 2021-22 biennium can go to their selected seat. All other members can select an available seat, and then we will begin the seating ceremony pursuant to House Rule 5. Are there any announcements? Member from Stannard.
Madam Speaker, this morning I rise to make aware the members of this body of a significant incident that happened 3 days ago. The PACT Act was signed into law and went into effect on January 1st. The PACT Act was drafted by our own newly elected Senator Welch and garnered bipartisan support for veterans and soldiers who are affected and impacted by various diseases as a result of burn pits in Afghanistan and Iraq. This PACT Act will appropriate over $1 billion, and it will streamline the process for those men and women who are suffering as a result of the toxic fumes that plume over the base camps in Iraq and Afghanistan and settle on dust on their billets, their uniforms, and their food. This committee, our Committee on General Housing and Military Affairs, a number of years ago, heard testimony from 2 widows and from a sergeant from the National Guard who has since passed away about their sickness and their illness and their difficulties in attempting to get disability benefits through the VA. This should not happen. As someone who was impacted by Agent Orange in 1966 and 1967, this was very close to me. I have to say that I give great credit to our now Senator Welch for introducing and for eliciting bipartisan support for this bill. It will streamline the process for those who are ill as a result of these burn pits and allow them to collect disabilities that they so well deserve. And I want to make sure that everyone in this body and everyone here in this room today knows and understands the significance of this event. Thank you very much.
We are very grateful for those who have served and continue to serve. Are there any further announcements? Member from Lowell.
Morning, Madam Speaker. I realize that we have a new sound system here in the chambers, and for new members, I certainly am having a hard time hearing individuals. So I hope that our technical staff can help correct that and either turn up the volume or whatever, because it's so important to hear every word that members have to say. Thank you.
The chair does have an announcement on that front, and I thank the member. We will continue to adjust this new system that we have to make sure we get it right. There will be microphone trainings tomorrow morning from 9 to 9:30, Friday morning 9 to 9:30, and then on Friday 1 to 1:30. See your email for further details about that. Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, the House will stand in recess until the fall of the gavel this afternoon at 1:30 p.m.